Hello, okay, we are back. Yeah. I'm going to try my hardest to finish the game today because Brine Cave is left, and then after that should be... Oh my goodness, I got rated already. Jer, hello. But yes, I'm professional story brain rotter, sincerely unique. My dog is ripping apart his pillow. But yes, we are currently at the end game of Explorers of Sky. This is a DS game from like 15 years ago, but this is a ROM hack remaking the story. It's a very complicated mess. I'm losing my mind. I really love the story here so much, but I've loved it so much that I've just kind of marathoned this game the entire weekend. I'm hoping to finish today. We're near the end. I will be talking spoilers for the original Explorers of Sky, including whatever story's going on here. So that is just something to keep in mind. We are literally doing... I think this is our last day of free time in the main story before we're gonna get locked in for the end game. So I did a bunch of preparations off screen. And I am very, very nervous. But yeah, we're just gonna be doing a little bit of grinding for right now. And then... we will be locked into a bunch of cutscenes from here on out. I can already tell. I believe I have all the IQ skills I want for Shinx for the rest of the game. We should have, yeah, we have most of the IQ skills I care about. See, the reason why I didn't do these side missions off stream is because I'm not sure, I'm pretty sure a cutscene's gonna trigger right when the day ends. Oh my gosh. I did not bring our companions with us because honestly, I feel like this ROM hack made companions really, really useless. Like, I feel like the NPCs, the random party members you would get before, even in the original game, weren't that helpful. But now it's just like they're really, really useless. Yeah, getting max IQ normally in a playthrough is pretty much impossible, but getting close to it is pretty reasonable. We pretty much got all the IQ skills I care about for Shinx anyway. Yep, here it is. The night before the fated day. These two didn't meet. I was starting to think that you wouldn't show up tonight. I'm sorry. I need to take care of a matter in Treasure Town before traveling. There's no need to apologize. What did you wish to speak to me about, Grovyle? I'm fairly surprised you reached out to me again, even. It seems to me your business fully concerned speaking to Wigglytuff. Is there something that I'm not aware of? ... You seem to be knowledgeable of the flow of time and its functionality, is that correct? There are some things I know, not enough to call myself an expert, but more than the average Pokemon. Oh. You're already aware that I came into this world through the passage of time, but that's not my entire story. It's not the first time I traveled to the past. I previously helped prevent the planet's paralysis, and its effects on my time along with it. It should have resulted in me being erased from this new future, and for a brief period I was, but somehow I returned to existence. As it was explained to me, this was due to the work of a higher power. Yeah, at the end of Special Episode 5, in the original game. Oh my gosh. One moment, you guys. My dog is crying. See, look, he... Okay, there. That should be the last time he'll bother me. If Stu was here, she would be like, no, your dog's not bothering you. Earlier when we did not disappear, you said it wasn't a miracle. But was it thanks to you? No, it was not me. Yep, this is a repeat of the dialogue we even heard in the beginning of this game story. That being's power could have done it. This was surely that power at work, I believe. However, this appears to have had an additional effect as well. This time, I began to choose. To return to the past. Somehow I found myself in a different past than before. I'm still not sure how that's possible. That's quite the revelation, Grovyle. When you disappeared, were you the only Pokemon affected by this? No, there were others as well, including the Dialga of my time. We all returned at once, however. This could be a rash conclusion on my end, but... is it possible that this same Dialga existed in your original past? Where are you going with this? What? I don't know what I don't know what to make of what I just heard. Anyway, today's the day. Here we go. I'm gonna do a hard save, and I assume we get locked into a bunch of story from here on out. And so as you're all quite well aware, today we set up for Brine Cave. In order to efficiently navigate this area, we'll separate into the same groups that were used for the expedition. Originally, we planned to begin traveling immediately following this morning address, however... the Guildmaster must first attend to another issue this morning. Because of this, we will reconvene here at the top of the hour. Is it perfect, Apples? In the meantime, you should all take the opportunity to make any final preparations. As a reminder, this could potentially be a very long journey depending on the result. Yep, so yeah, they're even warning us, like, from here on out, you're going to be locked into a bunch of story. It looks like we won't be able to be exploring with anyone from the guild, just like last time. But I think we will have enough time to check if Grovyle and Breloom are able to come along with us. We'll need to hurry though, let's go. Hello? What? Chapter 18, A Fated Sacrifice. I don't think that was there before. Now listen everyone, this is the entrance to Brine Cave. Your objective is to reach the deepest part of this dungeon. This is where one will find the same odd pattern inscribed on the rock that Vulpix has. However, it is there where an extremely vicious Pokemon lurks. Very vicious. Golly, that sounds scary. Hey, Chatot. What is it? Yesterday, Guildmaster said something about that vicious Pokemon, but Chatot, seems you to know just as much about this dungeon, hey. Is it possible you've been here before, Chatot? Yes, this is the exact same story from the original game. You've come here before. I explored here a long time ago with the Guildmaster. It was deep in this cave I saw the particular pattern. It was then, however, these tough Pokemon appeared. So were they, like, tough, you say? I don't remember at all. He got knocked out immediately. I'm loath to admit it, they attacked with no warning out of nowhere. I was knocked out before I could do a thing. Then when I came to, the Guildmaster was tending to my wounds. So I couldn't tell you what the attackers were like. Sigh. Chatot, you really don't remember. Wait, please. Say, Chatot, at first you said there was one vicious Pokemon, now you said they. Is there more than one? Nice detail. It wasn't just one. But it wasn't alone. They attacked all at once. Yeah, I recall getting slammed with water, like a tidal wave. Water-type moves. That's right. But we'll need to give it our all. Alright everyone, we're off to conquer Brine Cave. Hooray. Then who did we get to come with us? Okay, Breloom is the coast is clear, so we managed to get him to come with us. I love this music. It's about time. Aw, he's such a cool guy. Someone pinged me on Discord. Man, it wasn't easy to trail you for that long, but I made it. It's finally time to check on Darkrai. So you said that Grovyle couldn't make it here? He won't be joining us for now, at least. Before we came to you this morning, we stopped by Sharpedo Bluff. Grovyle left a note that's about something that didn't have to do with Brine Cave, and he was nowhere to be seen. But he did meet with Wigglytuff, so he probably knows the guild is exploring this place now. Yeah, he sure has a way of knowing stuff. Either way, I guess we could start moving towards the end of this cave. You two probably shouldn't fall too far behind the guild. Right, let's go. Here we go, you guys. I don't even get a chance to touch my storage or anything. Brine Cave. The stairs seem to be over that way. Okay, luckily I am an electric type, so I will be chilling. Luckily my inventory is mostly okay. Deepa, hello. We're on our way to the end of the story. I missed you. I hope you had such a good weekend. We are so locked into story. Oh, you have Thunder Punch? Okay, that guy had a bunch of HP. I'm surprised there's my Milotic in here. I'm not surprised there's a bunch of water types. You're very hungover. That's okay. Are you immune to water? Yeah, you are immune to water. Okay, we're fine. Yeah, they're very cute. Like, the thing is, everybody, the sprites are very cute in this game. However, the story has been grabbing me by the throat. The story for this game is basically, imagine, I told Dan this today, imagine you get to start over in Final Fantasy XIV, but the protagonist is a Xenos reincarnated into protagonist. That's the best way I can describe it. Literally, this game's story has grabbed me so much by the. Oh, that's really dumb of me. That was a really dumb move of me to do. And it's changed the original game's story so much that I just have been so invested, and I'm just like, how does it change? How does it change everything? And it's been really good the entire time. There's still some questions I have, but I'm hoping they'll get resolved in the next 3 hours. Smile. I should probably try leveling, but I don't want to. I really hope I finish today, because this kind of interrupted my Xenosaga schedule, but I'm not mad that it interrupted my Xenosaga schedule. This has been really good. Oh, you're immune to sleep. Oh, you are chunky. Diva, we are 30 days from FanFest. It's insane to think about. I know Nada booked his flight today. Jair's doing his commissions. I have to plan better what I'm going to do in Santa Monica on Tuesday and Wednesday with Reality and Scott. I'm gonna take this. Are you kidding me? I'm burning through my moves really quick. I'm also, I don't know, this game also serves a really good coping mechanism for me, because Pokemon Company and Nintendo don't want to release another Mystery Dungeon game, and this has been very cathartic to revisit. Oh my goodness, my Intimidator IQ activated. Because I was so disappointed actually from Pokemon Day. Pokemon Day, I mean, what is it called? Winds and Waves looks really good. I think I'm going to check it out. Which I kind of skipped Scarlet and Violet, to be honest. But, I'm really disappointed that they pretty much given up on their console spin-offs, it feels like, and they just want to put more investment in their mobile games. Oh my gosh, I'm sick and tired of this guy. Oh, there's a bunch of items there, but I am unfortunately not a water type. Oh my gosh, you're gonna be annoying the entire time. Let me try Discharge. Nice. You also get out of my way. We're just one-shotting everything, man. That's useless. Actually, the Drought Orb would be good to try to see what that seed is, but I have plenty of Reviver seeds. I'm not really concerned about that at the moment. Just a dead end, it feels like. It's actually really smart that they put Drought Orbs in here. I'm gonna try Discharge. Nice! Yes! Amazing. This is one of my favorite dungeons to grind. I remember when you first hit post game in the original game, this is one of my favorite dungeons to grind rank in. Because I believe this is the last dungeon in the story that you can do missions, side quests on before you get locked into the final dungeon. For story reasons, you cannot do side quests in the final dungeons. I'm gonna take the stun seed, actually. We will get rid of the... I'm gonna use the max elixir on myself. No! That was not what I meant to push! I'm actually so dumb. Oh my god. That was not what I meant to push, and I don't have any save states or anything to go back on. I'm actually so dumb. Man, I see why Grovyle wanted to plan a video for coming here. This play's no joke. We'll get through it. Oh, we have to redo all that. I'm actually so dumb. I mean, I could reload. What's the point? What's the point of me even reloading? I just got a bunch of good items. Okay. You know, the worst part is, at least this just give me a chance to do my storage. Those I'm not gonna mess with right now, because I have a feeling I have plans for those stuff. I want a Excise seed. Okay, let's actually redo this. I'm so dumb. It's okay. I'll try to focus really hard on getting to the stairs so that I don't completely waste time. Hey, this is secretly my oh, that's really bad. That's really, really bad. I need to heal. I have 1 heal seed. Yeah, you stop moving. Okay, good. Okay, we have a plan. Watch, I'm gonna push this button. Nice. Amazing. Okay, that literally saved the run. I cannot believe I was already about to screw up in the beginning. I'm gonna get rid of this warp seed. They're honestly kind of useless. So where did we say the stair was? Over here? I'm gonna assume it's up here. I didn't pay attention to where the stairs were earlier, unfortunately. Are you kidding me? I went completely the wrong way. I'm literally so dumb. Oh, you know, I'm gonna abandon that silver spike. I don't care enough. They're giving you a lot of food. Okay, so the stairs are actually this way, you dummy, and you just didn't pay attention. Okay, there's a bunch of items down here, though. I kind of want to see what's down here. Oh, crunch. Light screen, that's also kind of useless. Is that a drought orb? No, don't waste the escape orbs, you dummy. I'm just not going to redeem escape orbs. Reality scammed me. Apparently, you can trade escape orbs in one of the shops. I have yet to find that be activated. I sure haven't found it. You get out of here. But yeah, I literally have been waiting to see when I can swap the escape orbs out for reviver seeds from the Spinda shop. I sure don't have it. And I've been recycling a lot. I know that you have to recycle quite a bit of times to activate the more stuff from the shop, but I still haven't seen jack diddly squat. Oh my gosh, you know what's worse is I think Brine Cave is 15 floors. Okay, I'm just gonna run to the stairs. We cannot be wasting any more time than I already am. Nice level up. Fire Blast would be really good, but I'm not gonna learn it. Fire Blast would be really, really good, and I believe that's Vulpix's last move that she can learn by level up. I'm just gonna use Discharge, I don't really care. I also did use Ginsangs on Discharge off screen because I really wanted to make sure that our room-wide hitting move is gonna one-shot anything that it hits. Oh, I'm actually so dumb. If I knew this this dungeon was gonna give a bunch of apples, I would have, Bro, what is this? It's not the right way. Da 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 da. Okay, apparently I just don't know where the... That's annoying. That also really hurts. Get me out of here. I'm just gonna run the stairs immediately. No more wasting time. That's really bad. That's also really bad. Yeah, if we run into a monster house, which I have a feeling we are going to... Am I even prepared for a monster house right now? I have one item to carry me through a monster house. Nice. Get me out of here. I would like to hit the exit, man, but that was not what I was hoping would happen. Drought Orb, I'm just gonna use it right now. Just whatever. I don't even know, man. Oh, there's the exit. Da, 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 da. Wait, we were next to an enemy? I couldn't even tell. Whoops. Yeah, luckily I'm not worried about water types, really, because Vulpix has that immunity equipment. We're getting a ton of experience now from these enemies. Is that a Reviver Seed? No. Nice. Whirlpool actually does a lot of damage, man. I should be careful around a Finneon. I didn't realize Finneon was gonna hit us that hard. So, Shinx, as a reminder, has the IQ skill that boosts how much damage it does to others, but unfortunately, it also boosts how much damage it will take. So, yeah, I can get hit really, really hard if I'm not careful. Oh, speaking of being careful. I'm gonna give this to Vulpix, actually. I didn't realize how good Spore was in this game. I didn't realize Spore hit the entire room. Okay, this should be the final floor before the checkpoint. Are you serious? Whatever. Shinx also has the IQ skill that boosts how much it can hit people, how likely it's going to hit somebody, but at the same time it also boosts the chances for others to hit him. So yeah, he's just a full-on berserker, which is kind of fun, but incredibly risky. I think there's a Kecleon shop. see the exit. Wait, I just realized we did not hit a checkpoint. No, what is this though? Heal seed. I actually do want to take one because I think we just wasted one earlier. I will get rid of the max elixir. Dang, well, how long is this dungeon? Is there not going to be a checkpoint? Oh no. There might be a monster house at the end. Okay, let's see. I need to save some discharges then. Because this Brine Cave was only supposed to go to like 15 floors, if I remember correctly. That's not going to do jack. Girl, if you don't get out of my way. There we go. Oh no, the counterattack. Are you serious? Whatever. You know, I really don't know why I went this way. But, this was clearly not the exit. Unless... Nope, this is just flat out wrong. I'm surprised Breloom isn't using like bullet seed or anything like that. "18 floors. Dang, that was longer than the old Brine Cave. Brine Cave should only gone to 15 floors. After all this time, it's finally going to solve the mystery of the relic fragment. I always thought it was important, but I couldn't have imagined it'd be used for something like this. My prized possession. I guess never really sunk in for me until now. First, we need to get past those vicious Pokemon that Chatot was talking about. The guild might be there to help us, but there's no way we can know that for sure. Hey, about the guild. Is it time for you to go back to town, Breloom? Well, that's the thing. Do you think we're for sure gonna run into them? That's hard to say, but probably. You know, I've been thinking, ever since I dragged myself into this whole Darkrai thing. I mean, running into the guild again can't be any worse than that, right? He kinda has a point there. I think Chatot has bigger problems to worry about, so I'm okay with going along with you until they make me scram. Hopefully Wigglytuff takes it easy on me, since this might be the end of the world and all. Oh wait, that might get you two in trouble too, huh? Don't worry about that. Vulpix is the only Pokemon with the relic fragment, remember? That's why the guild even came here in the first place. I don't think they'll be too upset at us as long as we reach the hidden land. In that case, if we see Chatot at the end of this cave, I might need to talk to him. Tee. What are we waiting for? Let's get it. I think the real boss is gonna be Chatot. You really think that the guild will make a big deal out of this, huh? Yeah, you're probably right. It's just kind of weird for me to hear that. But I think me getting kicked out of the guild is just this moment I've been trying to get past for so long. That kind of stuff will mess with you. You already know that. Dang. Okay, let's keep going. I don't know how many floors this is going to be from here on out, but an attempt will be made. Meanwhile... Wait, they're at the end already? What is this? An odd sense of foreboding. How are they already at the end? Huh? What's wrong, Chatot? Be alert, Guildmaster. They're very close by. I just know it. They must be lurking in here somewhere. They? Oh! I'm on the verge of remembering. That's right. They attacked me last time. They appear out of nowhere, but where they really appeared was from? A Jigglypuff from above. It's them. Grr. Guildmaster, careful. They're above us. Oh! Wigglytuff, I am Kabutops, and the Amistar brothers. All trespassers need to be taught a lesson. Take that! Oh no! Chatot! What? I won't let you get away with this. How do you like that hero shield his buddy with his body? That's not what I call smart. And they remember him. Kabutops, that big hero's been here before. We knocked them out the same way too. This is the second time he's done that. That really takes a whole lot of smarts. Huh? He's knocked out. It's your turn next. Wait, but we're supposed to be there to help them. Kabutops, wait. We've seen the pink one before too. Take this. No, you don't mess with Wigglytuff. You don't mess with Wigglytuff, man. He's gonna blow up half the cave at this rate. Yeah, look, he just decimated those guys. Dang. Oh no. What should I do? If I need to bring Chatot back to the guild. But I can't leave everyone else behind, and I need to find them. But I can't leave Chatot here either. Maybe we can help with that. So, we never knew what happened to Team Charm. I don't know, I talked about this a bit earlier. I don't like the way the game is really handling Team AWD and Team Charm. It feels like they're building up a faction of, you know, the thieves. And, you know, Team Charm is not what they seem. Everything that is what they're telling us is we shouldn't take at face value, but I don't know how to feel about whatever they're building up here. Friendly friends, it's a surprise to see you here. We overheard your situation, Wigglytuff, and I think we have a solution. Why don't you go up and round up your other guild members while we stay here to look after Chatot? Are you sure that you can keep him safe? Don't worry, he'll be fine. Okay, thank you so much, friends. But why are they here? After everything that happened with Team AWD, that opening up ahead. Yep, that's probably just the thing we heard about. From who, though? I'll take a look at it. Could the truth be that... Because if I remember what Weavile said, Weavile claimed that she never worked with Darkrai. Could the truth be that what we thought was the truth was opposite? Could it have been Team Charm somehow working with Darkrai this time? There's so much to unpack there. I'm just gonna eat this apple. That was not what I meant to do, but whatever. I also don't know how many floors this is. Originally, I think Deep Brine Cave was like 8 floors, so I'm gonna try to switch my equipment around floor 5. Da 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 da. Unique is good at wasting time by going the totally wrong way. That is the exit right there, and now we can run. Da 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 da. Is that a good... Oh, that's a drought orb. I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna use that drought orb. Nice. So our exit should be like... Nice! Yeah, over here. I just really hope there isn't a monster house. I mean, I'm really prepared for a monster house this time, but I just don't want to deal with one. Nice level up. Unfortunately, the stat gains we get from leveling up now are really, really bad. Okay, when we get to the stairs of floor 5, I'm going to try to switch my equipment. I am going to get rid of the Big Apple. We have way too many. Okay, let me switch my equipment now. I'm going to be switching constantly because I don't want to go into the boss unprepared. Yeah, see, I knew it! I knew it! Brine Cave Pit. Phew. I think that we made it through. Wait, are we gonna fight? Well, look at who it is. Team Charm. What are you doing here? And Chatot? Oh, we're gonna have the wrong idea. Behind her, is that Chatot? That's right, Chatot here got knocked out, so Wigglytuff asked us to watch over him until he comes back. But that's not the part that you're wondering about, is it? What you're probably wondering about is how we found you again after you dragged us into Murky Forest. Oh, they have no idea what happened after they got knocked out. Well, why didn't they come see us after everything else happened? Why didn't they just come back here? I'm so confused on that. Now, just hold up a second. I'm kind of confused. No, they have no idea what happened. You thought it was a clever plan, huh? You must have known that we were on to you, so you had a backup ready. Like the Breloom hiding in the back. Hey, I'm not hiding. And Team AWD too. I should have known that they were somehow involved. Wait, how did you know? It wasn't too difficult for us to learn that the Wigglytuff skill was planning an expedition to Brine Cave. And that apparently this cave has a certain peculiar pattern beyond the opening just beyond us. Wait. I guess I just assumed that Grovyle explained everything to you. There's no need for explanations. After all, we're just here for one simple thing. After that, we're all even. They want to steal our treasure? They think we're on a treasure hunt? Girl, we're on something worse than this. Something way bigger, and you're just being too stubborn to listen to anything we're telling you. They literally have it stuck in their own... stuck their heads in the ground, involving everything that's actually going on. I don't like this. They want our relic fragment. We could have just taken that rock with you from while you were asleep. We just didn't think of what it could be. So this should be an easy decision for you. No! You're out of your mind. This is so... I don't like this. I don't like the way the writers handled this, I'm gonna be honest. I think this is my biggest critique is, I don't know, I don't like this. It just feels like an excuse to fight them. That's their personal treasure. Well, you know what they say. To the worthy go the spoils. But I guess, to be fair, Weavile did have a conversation about treasure hunters versus thieves. If anyone here is going to find out what the relic fragment does, surely it should be the famous Team Charm and not someone like you. The offer still stands, by the way. Yeah, they just have their heads stuck in the ground and just don't even care about the grand scheme of things. Can't you just get out of the way? It's really important for us to make it to that pattern. We can, as long as you hand over your relic fragment. No way. So literally, we're just gonna have to fight them. Well, if you're gonna be like that, we're gonna fight them. We'll just have to take that treasure. We're the treasure hunters, Team Charm. And if you think that we're falling asleep this time, think again. They probably all have non-sleeper equipped. Oh, and the intro and everything. I'm screaming. This is just a fan service fight. I don't like that this is a fan service fight, but you know what? I'm here. Anyway, I'm gonna land. Let's see. I'm gonna give it a quick attack. I'm gonna immediately just open up with discharge. Yeah, I was gonna say if we can land a paralysis on one of them, that would be really good. So Gardevoir is an electric. I'm just gonna discharge again. Yeah, Lopunny has agility, so she's definitely dangerous. Oh my... All synchronize! I'm gonna heal Vulpix in case Medicham uses high jump kick. Oh, I should have used a heal seed. That's really bad. I'm gonna discharge. They have a lot of HP this time. Okay, there goes Lopunny. We need to get rid of Medicham, like, now. Come on, come on. Okay, Medicham's gone. And all that's left is Gardevoir. Oh, her psychic type was still there. Well, what do y'all have to say for yourselves? Wow, you're really not messing around. You actually made us break a sweat. You must feel pretty lucky. Now it's time for us to start trying. What? There you are. Grovyle, please explain what's actually happening. You've all been fighting, haven't you? Yeah, because these morons won't let us pass. I certainly didn't expect to see Team Charm here. I also didn't expect it either. Grovyle, aren't you a sight for sore eyes? This is the same Shinx whose dream you entered. We're trying to stop them. I know. Oh, they don't even know anything about what's actually going on. They aren't who we thought that they were. While inside the dream world, I encountered the Darkrai that we were searching for, which is an entirely different Pokemon from this Shinx. And in order to stop Darkrai from potentially disrupting time, you need to allow them to continue forward. Are you serious, girl? This is so ridiculous. Literally, y'all had your head stuck in the ground for like a week straight without even actually going back to Grovyle and getting an explanation of what's going on. Okay, Grovyle, if you say so. Then we'll move aside just for you. Besides, we still need to stay here to look after Chatot. We can't let Wigglytuff down. We'll be on our way. ... Are you three coming? I forgot that those guys are still knocked out. I think Wigglytuff might have freaking killed those guys. It's totally possible. Grovyle, I'm glad you made it. I apologize for being a bit late, but now we're ready to proceed. Oh, you guys. This is it. There's water here. Hold on, this is seawater. Look at that, Verity. The cave mouth opens to a wide open sea. We couldn't see it from outside because it's in the shadows. The tide rises up to here from that gap in the walls. Man, that view's crazy. Is that what we're looking for? It's the relic rune. The same pattern as on my relic fragment. I think this is it. I'll bring out the relic fragment and we'll see what happens, I guess. Fantastic. Wow. Wow. No, we're being intercepted. Oh my gosh. Giratina. Yeah, we literally got interrupted. So this wasn't supposed to happen in the original timeline, but unfortunately we have a new friend who is now the villain's brainwashed puppet at his bidding to interrupt us when he feels like it. That was horrifying. Yo, why are you just standing there? You know what this Giratina does? Run! Wait, no! He's gone! Breloom. That was what... So this chapter was titled The Sacrifice. I was expecting the sacrifice to be, you know, our lovely bird, Chatot, earlier, who sacrificed himself to save Wigglytuff, just like in the original timeline. But no, the real sacrifice was our mushroom kangaroo friend. Well, Pix, let's see your relic fragment again. Believe me, Breloom did that because he wanted to see you succeed. I mean, what are we gonna do? We don't even know how to get over there to save him. The one guy we knew who knew how to get over there to help us hates us and kicked us out of his village. So we don't really have a plan. We have to just keep going with this. The beam of light may disappear if you conceal the relic fragment for too long. Yeah. Please tell me that's her. Please tell me that's her. What was that out there? It's her! Oh, she's such a sight for sore eyes. Vulpix, Verity, and Grovyle, of course. I've seen your call. You know our names? But of course. Well, can you tell me who you are? I'm Lapras, the guide to the hidden land. You're what? You can take us to the hidden land? You unleashed the beam of light from the pattern on the wall. That is a signal for gaining entry to the hidden land. It is beyond the sea. Step onto my back. I will carry you across the sea. Do not be afraid. I'm exceptional. I can carry you all and more on my back. So in my original playthrough, this next upcoming cutscene glitched really, really bad. Actually, I'm gonna make a save right now. Because if my game crashes in the middle of this cutscene, I will lose my mind. It's time. Oh, good. See, it even makes a save right now. So yeah, the cutscene originally glitched in my very first playthrough on stream of this game in 2019. I'm hoping it really doesn't glitch out this time. Chapter 19, The Anomaly. I think I have a feeling I know who that anomaly is. The Anomaly. Oh, that's why these guys left to help Chatot. Excuse me. How is Chatot? Will he be alright? Yep. He needs to sleep and recover tonight. I think he'll be fine tomorrow. That tent, I'm crying. Yeah, that's because this is a guild, Deepa. We start off the story in joining a guild, and it's in the shape of the guild master here. Yeah, I'm glad to hear that. Yep, that's a load off my mind, by golly. Hey, that's great. Chata will be okay. Hey. Guild master? What is it, Sunflora? Guildmaster, you said that you and Chata went to that cave long ago. Can you tell us about it? Yep. We just wanted to explore the cave since it was so close to town, but we've soon found that it was very dangerous. Teapot doesn't know. Nobody really knows the Mystery Dungeon games, high reality. Nobody knows the Mystery Dungeon games, which is why, the Mystery Dungeon games... you know what's crazy? Is I feel like, even a few years ago, I feel like Explorers of the Sky used to be even more popular, but right now, the past few days I've been peeking at the Explorer. It's so sad to see the Explorers of the Sky tag be so quiet nowadays. Like, I used to see people even doing challenge runs on the regular or doing, like, other stuff, but I feel like now it's been a few years since then and I don't even see that anymore. I wish Game Freak would invest in their side spin-off IPs way more. Or not Game Freak, Pokemon Company. I really wish, because I think they had some really, really good IPs going in the 2010s. We just wanted to explore the cave since it's close to town, but we soon found it was very dangerous. Yep, and here's a repeat of that cutscene. Guildmaster, watch out! Exactly the same as it went before. Kabutops and his brutes knocked us out without warning. Chatot reacted first and shielded me from them, and then he got knocked out. I sent Kabutops' game packing after that, but Chatot was knocked out and I didn't know what to do. I was in a panic since I couldn't even help Chatot. That was when Lapras appeared. Lapras? Yep, Lapras is the same friend I visited before we planned to leave for Brine Cave. Lapras saved Chatot. Oh, I see. That's how you met Wigglytuff, Lapras. Yes. I didn't intend to reveal myself at all, but I changed my mind the instant I saw Chatot on the ground. I simply had to help. Afterward, I made Wigglytuff promise me something. A promise? Yes. Judging by his demeanor, I knew that Wigglytuff would be key in upholding the intended use for the relic fragment. But I made him promise that he and Chatot wouldn't further investigate that pattern in Brine Cave. Wigglytuff promised to honor my request most agreeably. He said he owed me thanks for coming to Chatot's aid, and that he would stop all investigations into the matter. But why didn't you want anyone to investigate the pattern? In the Hidden Land is Temporal Tower where Dialga reigns. Dialga feared intruders would wreak havoc on the tower that regulates time. Dialga decided to protect the Temporal Tower. He hid the hidden land in a gap in time. A gap in time? Yes. It's hard to explain, but there's a gap in time itself. It's a space between parts of a split second. Wow, it sounds like it's impossible to go to this place on your own. By most means, the hidden land is inaccessible. However, Dialga left one key. The relic fragment. As the legend states, the proper time to use the relic fragment would become apparent once it's ready to be used. Okay, this is exactly the same as before. So, what happened when you spoke to Lapras? I love the switching of perspectives here. Lapras told me more about Vulpix's rock. That rock actually chooses who will go to the hidden land. It chooses on its own? Yep, apparently so. And it chose Vulpix. Hey, why is that? I don't really know. Vulpix's heart must have resonated with that rock. Anyway, we can do no more to help. From now on, this burden belongs to Vulpix in Verity. It's Team Spirit's weight to bear for now. It's entirely up to them to get to the hidden land. It falls on them to stop whatever Darkrai has planned. And once again, Grovyle has to carry the team hard. This doesn't feel right. I'm not sure why, but despite this journey drawing so many similarities to my previous visit to Temporal Tower, this feels much less intense than before. If this were my previous journey, I wouldn't have hesitated there. So, what's wrong? Do you think that Breloom is gone? I mean, is there any way we could save it from Giratina's other dimension? I'm not sure. I don't know enough about Giratina to give a confident answer. I mean, we knew a guy who could get over there. The problem is he hates us. He hates us really bad now. You were right when you said that Breloom just wanted to see us succeed. One night the two of us had a discussion alone. He told me as much. We talked about Darkrai too. When we find Darkrai, I'm going to prove that we aren't as similar as they think we are. Just because my aura naturally trends a certain way, that isn't everything. I know that now. You're nothing like Darkrai. You're more like that other Verity that we saw in your dream world. But I don't want to be like them either. Dang. Because he isn't them. He's his own guy. Oh, let me make sure to... Okay, we're going to be doing a bunch of emotional cutscenes from now on, so I will be turning off sound alerts for pretty much the rest of the stream. I don't know why, but seeing Deepa in the chat reminded me to do that. No offense, Deepa, I appreciate you. I don't even know who they are. It's not like that memory told us a lot about them. All I know is that they were Grovyle's partner. And before I went through that dimensional hole, my enemy. I just want to be me. Not the me that I'm supposed to be, but the me that I want to be. And what is that? I don't know. Reality, thank you for redeeming nothing, you get nothing. That was a really long cutscene and I'm glad we get to save again. How pretty. Say Lapras. Yes. You've been swimming a long time, are you doing okay? I'm fine, no need for concern, because we're almost there. See, it's coming into view. Into the far horizon, do you see the sea that looks a little different? Lapras, what is that? The challenge of the gap in time. This is the portal through which we will go to the hidden land. Oh, I'm so glad they kept this cutscene, you guys. This is such a beautiful cutscene. Here we go. This is such a fantastic cutscene. I love this. What? Lapras is flying. Wait, that's not it. This isn't flying. We're crossing the Sea of Time. Noom. Oh, I'm so glad this looks normal in this version. This cutscene glitched really, really bad. In my original playthrough, this looks so much better. Yes, that is the hidden land. We're going in. We're here, you guys. The clouds parted over the hidden land. This is the hidden land. Please, look ahead. But why does... I guess it's really hard to change that pixel art, but why does Temporal Tower have that over its head? It's already in danger? Perhaps we arrived just in time for the beginning of Darkrai's plan. But if you take a close look, that place seems to be floating in the sky. How are we supposed to get there? Through the rainbow stone ship, yep. Far ahead you will find the old ruins. There you will find an ancient mystical vessel, the rainbow stone ship. It will take you to Temporal Tower. Thank you, Lapras. This is the extent of what I can do for you. From here on, you're on your own. Good luck on researching Temporal Tower. Warning! Oh, this is scary. The entrance of the Hidden Land is the beginning of the final stretch of Explorers of the Spirit. You may travel between Hidden Land and Treasure Town by speaking to Lapras. Following the completion of Hidden Land, Lapras will still remain accessible at the entrance. However, returning to this point will require recompletion of the Hidden Land in order to proceed. In addition, Treasure Town has received new visitors. This will start some tough challenges. So I believe... I actually did check the forum post for that. I read something about optional super bosses or challenges that you can do, but like they're more difficult than the actual story bosses. So and also they don't really add anything to the story from my understanding, so we will not be doing those. I can't help but notice that you two remain very curious about the details of the Hidden Land. I consider providing you with the information that you asked of Lapras, but I don't want to dampen your sense of discovery. It is far more important than I initially believed. Lapras is better at upholding that feeling than I. Now we need to reach the Rainbow Stone Ship. You just want... Yeah, I do want to go back to Treasure Town, but first let me save. I am going to go back to Treasure Town because I want to go back and redeem my mission rewards over in Spinda's Cafe. Yes, I do want to go back. We'll leave when you're ready. Yeah, we're not going to pass any timer like that. We're just going to head straight to... I do want to talk to the townspeople and at least say hi, because this will be the last time for the rest of the story we're probably going to talk to them like this. Hey, I believe in you. I know you get things done. Hey. Yeah, I want to talk to everybody one last time. Hi, are you good? I'll be fine now. There's no need for concern. As much more pressing matters at hand. I'll trust you with the rest, so now don't fail me. Team Spirit, you can do it. Best of luck. So I believe this is the point if you need to fall behind, if you're really behind on levels, if you need to grind, now is the time. But I have been redeeming so many Wonder Gummies to boost my stats that I don't really care. They want to join Wigglytuff's guild. Y'all are crazy. No, don't listen to that bird. Stay back from this area. A dimensional hole appeared here. Oh! Alright, let's talk to these guys. It's you two. You're Team Spirit, aren't you? Yep, that's us. Cool, we're looking for you. We're Team Basil. We're from the northernmost part of the continent. I'm Abra, Zangoose, and Larvitar. Yeah, so what I heard, these dungeons are ridiculously strong. Like, they are literally, like, probably even harder than Temporal Tower. So, I will not be doing these. I don't know if I should be recognizing these guys. They feel like alternate universe MCs. Because they have, you know, human nicknames. Wow. Sorry about that. You really shocked me. Either way, I'm Emmy. This is my other friendship. We kind of stumbled on this portal chasing an apple. Hey, wait a minute. Are you two part of Guildmaster Wigglytuff's guild? Yeah, we sure are. You're part of the guild, too. In fact, I was on my way to choose shift as a Guildmaster, but first. We're going to Apple Alcove. Yeah, it almost feels like these guys are like... I don't know who these guys really are. Like, I don't know if they're like the devs? OCs? Or what? But I did say hello to them. I am in no mood to actually do their dungeons though, because I heard their dungeons are very, very difficult. There's another world. Maybe we can find a way back to that meadow. Yeah, I don't recognize it. If these are referencing other mystery dungeon games either, I don't recognize them. What do you have? Almach Orb, Fofir Orb. No, I don't want any of that. Do you have any Reviver Seeds? Oh, I will be buying all of your Reviver Seeds. Literally, I need to redo my inventory. Let's see, do we have any dialogue over here? So I'm sure Verity and Vulpix have departed for Brine Cave by now. I feel obligated to write this note, to whom I don't know. As I have recognized that Celebi, Dusknoir, and Dialga and I reappeared into an entirely different timeline. I asked Lapras for any insight regarding this new past or of the future that Dusknoir, Dialga, Celebi, and I reappeared into. Lapras seems to me believe that the most logical conclusion is that a reappearance was actually a transfer into a new timeline. While it does not explain much of this journey, I was initially skeptical of this theory due to Dialga's statement to us in the future, which it was that he does not have the ability to return us to life, as he believed that the higher power was responsible for this after. However, as Lapras explained, moving Pokemon through the flow of time is not the same as reincarnation. But if Dialga from the future had no knowledge of this, what Pokemon could have done such a thing? That's when it occurred to me. Since Dialga was able to survive as long as he did, he also existed in the original past. Since Temporal Tower was collapsing and Dusknoir was able to interrupt us without his interference, it's very possible that Dialga was already beginning to turn primal and lose all conscious of self-control. If that's the case, he certainly could have created a new timeline and transferred us into it shortly after the time gears returned. But the part that is truly concerning me is Darkrai's possible connection to all this. Darkrai has explicitly referred to primal desires and clearly has knowledge of Temporal Tower as well. With how calculated and purposeful Darkrai appears to be, it's hard not to wonder if this is all part of their grand plan. It's very possible that my return to existence is somehow but a calculated step in this multifaceted scheme. Considering this possibility is very sobering, to say the least. It's a very strange feeling, one abnormal enough to compel me to write this note. It has certainly put all my efforts in my past 2 adventures into perspective. An extended time in which I've always focused all my efforts towards the mission at hand. Ultimately, none of this changes what must be done. We need to stop Darkrai. Reading those 2 sentences makes me feel oddly uneasy. No, that's a really long letter. So yeah, that's extra dialogue. You wouldn't be able to, you would miss out on that dialogue if you didn't do Hidden Land. If you just went straight into Hidden Land immediately. That's so foreboding and scary, man. That they all got warped into a different timeline. Hi. Partially, we as you learned, there's a wide expanse of forest and a wild belief shaman resides in after we suffered a setback during exploration, but not for now. What was the setback? They're eventually gonna find Sky Peak. Okay, let's give Vulpix all of these Wonder Gummies. Quick Dodger, that's a really good IQ skill. Vulpix will also get this. See, that'll help our partner have some survivability. Map Surveyor is also ridiculously good. What is she gonna learn next? But yeah, Map Surveyor means we pretty much know where we're going the entire time. That is like one of the best IQ. That might be her final IQ skill. Trap Seer. She only has 110 special attacks, so I might keep working on her stuff, or I might give it to Shinx. But Shinx doesn't really care about that. I'm just gonna give it to Vulpix just for the raw stats. Maybe I can get some more special attack boosts. Or defense. Defense would also help her a lot. Trap Seer, I don't really care too much about that one. I would hope she learned another one. But I don't think she's gonna be able to learn anymore. Okay, I'm good to go. Let's go to the Hidden Land and do this. How close are you to a level? He's really close, so yeah, I'm gonna wait to use the Joy Seed on him until he levels up. Alright, let's do this. Hidden Land! Hopefully, I'm able to do all of this in one try, because this endgame stuff does not play around. Like, literally from here on out, everything has hands. Everything is very, very difficult from here on out. Hidden Land. Okay, what are we dealing with? Oh, we can see the whole floor now. Oh, that's so beautiful. Money, that is useless for us. Da, 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 da. Altaria. So we're either dealing with dragon types or flying types. Flygon, we're doing it with dragons. Oh, this might be a little difficult. I can't deal with dragon types that well, so we're gonna have to brute force a lot of this. Especially when they decide to pop a sandstorm. Yeah, I'm gonna get out of here immediately. So the original Hidden Land sort of had this issue where you would deal with a lot of random weather effects. They would use a bunch of random ones. Everything under the book. Sandstorm, hail, sun, and what was rain. You pretty much see every weather under the book in the original Hidden Land. I don't know if it's gonna work that way here. Level 48. Yeah, I had a feeling that wasn't gonna one-shot. Ow. They hit really hard. I really need to get out of here. I hate sandstorm damage. Dragonair. Okay, as long as we don't see a Dragonite, I'll be okay with that. Quick Seed. I'll take that, I guess. I have room. I should be trying to level in here because level 48 is like the bare minimum endgame level you should be. Somewhere to the bottom left. However, I don't like messing around with dragon types. Dragon types can be really strong. I'm gonna try this way. Luckily, there are a lot of dragon flying types in the game, so those guys we can take care of really quickly. But dragon ground, Flygon, what was the other guy's name? The way I'm blanking out on his name, I'm crying. Garchomp. Those guys can easily deal with me very quickly if they use magnitude or earth. Well, actually, no, I'm immune to ground type damage, but... Oh, I'm so dumb. Yeah, Kingdra really hurts. Ah, Sandstorm, get me out of here. I believe Hidden Land is 15 floors and then 10 floors. However, they might change that this time to be a lot more challenging. I'm gonna take a 50-50 shot and guess that the stairs are this way. Nice paralysis. Nice. Okay. Things are looking really dire, you guys. Something tells me the stairs are not this way. No. Oh my gosh, we're gonna have to go all the way back around for the stairs. Yeah, we're definitely not gonna be able to one-shot anything in here. That's what I'm thinking about, because I have a feeling we're gonna fight Dialga at the end of this whole thing, right? But obviously Darkrai and Giratina too, but Dialga resists electric type damage and fire type damage. So I don't know what I'm gonna do when I fight him. I'm gonna have to stun the ever-loving life out of him. Cause like he's gonna resist everything I throw at him. I think we have enough brute power to get through his stuff, but he's still ridiculously strong. That was not what I meant to push. Oh wait, the stairs are this way. Let's go. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, you are a flying type. There's a bunch of enemies coming this way. I'm just throwing things, man. Okay, let's see what's up here, because I could really use some items. Not money, items! Quick orb. Not really what I was looking for. Let's try this way. Yeah, it's really nice to be able to actually see where I'm going, but still makes me really nervous, what lies at the end. Nice. So they said the stairs were to the top right? I'm gonna use this elixir on myself. We still got 6 more floors of this, guys, so it looks like the stairs are up there. Luckily, it feels like the devs are really generous about basic item spawns. The only thing that's unfortunate is I feel like they really hard-coded it in to make it more difficult than normal to get Reviver Seeds. And I don't know how to feel about that. Anyway, yeah, I feel like we have such a hard time getting Reviver Seeds. We have 1 heal seed in case of an emergency. Oh my gosh, I thought we were in a monster house. I was about to start panicking. I know a monster house is probably going to show up eventually here. It's going to be very annoying. If we had powder snow or blizzard, it would be fine, but we don't. Okay, luckily it seems the stairs are that way. This is also one of my favorite soundtracks from the original Mystery Dungeon. That really, really, really hurt. Yeah, I don't know if they changed the floor format in this, but I imagine, okay. There should be a checkpoint up ahead. Flygon and, the other guy resist. He is after us, holy cow. I'm gonna take that silver spike back. Nice level up, level 49. Yeah, I feel like they they expect you to level up so much at this point of the story. Girl, why is everybody missing? Wait, oh, the hidden land keeps going. It was originally 15 floors, if I remember. Dragonair. Oh, it recovered quick. That's an orb. Oh! Oh my gosh, you guys, the way we're literally nowhere near the stairs. I think I wasn't paying attention to where the stairs originally were. Wow, it just keeps going, huh? Luckily, I know where I'm going. Yeah, it looks like it's gonna go down to 20 floors this time. Oh, you know what? I'm not gonna stick around. Ground types are... its Flygon is immune to ground types. Okay, this should be the checkpoint. Oh, we did it, you guys. We've come a long way. Are we near the old ruins yet? Let's take a look through this place and find the Rainbow Stone Ship. The old ruins lie behind this dungeon. That's where we should find the Rainbow Stone Ship. If we find the Rainbow Stone Ship, we'll take that to Temporal Tower. Save and continue. I am fully expecting a monster house around floor 5 or so. Hidden Highland. This is a very, very powerful remix of the original track. Like, I just feel so much, like, epicness. You know, I really wish we had just a slight bit more inventory. Nice level up. Wow, there's max elixirs everywhere here. I do like knowing where I'm going, though. It's very nice. Oh my gosh, I keep thinking we're in a monster house. Yeah, one thing I need to give the devs feedback for it feels like we had really good stat growth in the beginning of the game, but every time we level up now, our stat growth is really bad now. I feel like they should be, you know, they said that the level curve was adjusted and stuff like that, and that your stat growth should have been better, but I feel like I don't really see much of a difference, if anything. Feels like our stat growth is a bit worse now, but I don't really have the inner workings or knowledge to understand how the stat growth algorithm is supposed to work in Mystery Dungeon. So I don't even know what it looks like in the back end. Oh, shoot. See, this is why I like the Intimidator IQ skill, because Unique will just keep running and running head empty straight into enemies. Okay, I'm gonna pop a scope lens right now just in case we run into a monster house next floor or something. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna stick with this because the floors aren't even dark, so I can actually see where I'm going. Are we gonna have a 10th floor dungeon? Shoot. Oh my gosh, y'all need so much XP to be able to level up. Can I get a double hit? No, but it's fine. I miss Breloom, man. If there's anyone who can get himself out of a mess, though, it would be Breloom. Why can Flygon hit me for over 100k? Well, not 100k, that's Final Fantasy XIV. Why can Flygon hit me for 100 damage? That was absolutely ridiculous, and I will not be healing. Stunned Seed, I don't really care about that. Okay, we made it to the end. Finally, the old ruins. This place is Mew. We never really met him. I mean, we did meet him during the 7 Treasures arcs along with those two. They never really explained, talked much about it besides these guys being the holders of the 7 treasures. All these fantastic paintings and inscriptions on the walls. And those two. Whoa, on the left, is that Palkia? Yeah, we do recognize that guy. This place is the old ruins. Legends of our world are immortalized on these walls. The Rainbow Stone ship should be here. Yep, that's right, let's get in there. But someone is gonna interrupt us. You see that small hollow indent, Vulpix? Yeah. This is the center of the Rainbow Stone ship. Pardon? This is it? That's right. If you fit your relic fragment into the indentation, that will activate the entire Rainbow Stone ship, at which point you can reach Temporal Tower. Vulpix, Verity. I assume you were prepared with lights ahead, but Darkrai's behavior is very concerning. We just expect to encounter anything and everything. Right. here goes nothing. Not again. So it's you. You're the anomalies I sensed. You're attempting to invade Temporal Tower. No, 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 it's not you. No, not now. It's him. You're not supposed to be here, interlopers. Depart at once or suffer grave consequences. No, we're trying to help you. Dialga. It's not primal yet. You should need to get away from here now. But, go. I'll follow. Will he really follow? That's really Dialga. The same Dialga that guards Temporal Tower. But, I don't understand. We needed the relic fragment in order to make it here. Doesn't it mean we're permitted to go to the tower? But for some reason Dialga disagrees. What? It's no use. Dialga is still coming this way. Dialga almost never leaves Temporal Tower, so it's not prepared for this. But he seems to be targeting Verity in particular. We are forced to find Dialga. This is bad. He's after us. You, in the back, to the left. You do not belong in this world. Your existence has created disruption in the flow of time. What? Two of the same spirits cannot coexist at a point in time without resulting in damage. Oh! Direct interaction with the tower will only speed up this process. This will lead to calamitous results if left unchecked. But Dialga, we're trying to summon someone else from destroying your tower. We need to pass through. Silence! You'll either surrender or perish alongside the paradox. Of course. Darkrai knew that this would happen, and I'm sure they have been waiting for this very moment to travel to Temporal Tower. They're just using Verity as a distraction, in the benefit of a greater threat to time. It appears that you have decided. Very well then. Vulpix, Verity. Attempting to fight Dialga is foolish to say the least, but we have to. We can't let Darkrai do anything to that tower, especially now. Ready yourselves. It's him. Are we gonna get his music? Oh, it's his music, man. Oh my gosh, it's actually him. This is a little early, but yeah. Okay, I am going to swap spots with him immediately. Heal block. Oh, he's smart. We need to get to him. Yeah, that's okay. I have a plan for you. We're gonna stun the ever-loving life out of this guy immediately. Bookmark, hello. I have heal block. That is really bad. I need him stunned immediately. Bookmark, it's so nice to see you. Dialga already, yes. I need him stunned immediately. Okay, one moment. I had a feeling this was gonna happen, so I have an X-Size Seed. Nice. Okay, so good luck hitting us now. Oh, wait. Huh? He didn't move. You know what? Since heal block wore off of me, I'm just gonna take this chance to heal really quick. Yeah, it's really great, man. I got suggested this game by a friend. Wait, I thought heal block wore off of me. I think it just... Let me try that again. There we go. Yeah, you stop moving. Yeah, this has been a very, very good fan-made sequel to the original Explorers of Sky, and I have been loving it so much. I am gonna burn this guy. Basically, my strat for all the bosses has been to absolutely debuff the ever-loving life out of them and hope that it all works out. Can we get a burn? Can we get a... let's get a paralysis. No, he's no longer paused. Oh, but he still has the X-Size Seed. Let's try to get a paralysis on him. Oh, he cringed. That works. Okay, we need him stunned immediately before he can attack us again. And then I'm gonna try to get a paralysis. Nice. Okay. That's good. That's very good. Wow, we have not gotten a single paralysis. We got one flinch proc from all those Thunderfangs. Yeah. No, I've been playing Mystery Dungeon games forever. I should have prepared better for the fact that we were about to fight Dialga, but I have a party comp going. I have a strat going. It's sort of working. Oh, he cringed. Oh, we got him. He was stunned the entire time, but that's because his Roar of Time did like 100 damage to me, over 100 damage to me. I was not gonna sit there and let him just bash us down and waste Reviver Seeds. Reviver Seeds are supposed to be there for when I screw up, and I'm a Mystery Dungeon vet. I ain't about to screw up here that easily. We actually held off Dialga. Somehow we did, but this likely won't last for now. We need to keep moving. Without Dialga present at Temporal Tower, it's even more imperative that we reach the peak. Celebi? Oh, girl, you don't even know what's going on. Is she gonna be the reason he gets dragged out of here? There you are. Celebi? What are you doing here? You have a sick sense of humor, Grovyle. Do you know that? You told me that you would find your way back as soon as possible. Instead, it seems I've interrupted a whole new adventure of yours. Do you have any idea how long you've been gone? I've been getting worried sick. Is she really gonna drag him back now of all times? We really need to. And based on how Dialga looks right now, I know you weren't looking for a way to come back. This is like an angry wife moment. Grovyle, what are you doing? Celebi, things quickly became complicated after I traveled through the passage of time. The flow of time is almost certainly in danger. Again. I need to continue moving forward. I can't just stop now. Grovyle, do you hear what you're saying? We need to return to the future. Even if it's just you to explain the rest of the story to me. You need some time away from this place. What? Really? This is the reason why Grovyle gets dragged back. Because this also happened in the original game, right? But Dust Noir dragged him. But now, it's literally an angry case of angry girlfriend syndrome. That he just gets yeeted out of the plot. These two can handle whatever the world throws at them. You know that, Grovyle. You don't trust him to be left alone for a moment. You can count on us. Go talk to Celebi, Grovyle. We can handle Darkrai. You're right. You can. If I fail to return here in time, you must. Yeah, I think Deepaw's having dinner right now, Dan, unfortunately. I miss Deepaw already. Very well then. Let's make this quick. That's as good as I'll get from you, isn't it, Grovyle? Good luck, Rarity and Vulpix. Now back to the passage of time. Hey, let's leave while he's still knocked out, shall we? That just leaves us two. Celebi recognized us. That must mean that she helped the other Rarity and Vulpix too. But what she said about us was still right. We have been through a lot, and there's no question about that. Let's hurry back to the Rainbow Stone ship. I cannot believe he literally just got dragged out. Like, that's just so infuriating. Chapter 20. What is the spirit? Is this the final chapter? Usually that should say the final chapter. Celebi should have known. Here it is. It moved. It moved. Okay, yeah, let's leave. Let's do this and get out of here. At least we're not going there sad this time, because last time we were really sad that Grovyle got dragged back into by Dusk Noir, but this time we're more determined, even more determined I feel than before. We're high enough that we can see Temporal Tower again. We're really on our way. Those red clouds are still there. And it's all because of my spirit. But that tower needs to stay up long enough for us to stop Darkrai. After all the tricks, all of the mind games, all the careful planning from Darkrai, it's probably not a good idea for us to keep moving towards this tower just as they expect. But we have to. There's no other choice, and Darkrai knows that. We know that we're causing the destruction, but we have to go up there anyway. Man. Hey, Verity. I know that Darkrai probably has something planned for us, but we already knew that a long time ago. So if you're starting to doubt yourself, well, you shouldn't. ... Right. I missed Scott's messages on the clock app. Dang. We're here, finally. Are you ready? We have to hurry. So, what I will not be doing is I will not go back to the hidden land that way. We are going to do this. This is the end. I will take... This is it. This is the last storage unit we have for the entire story. So I will take 2 Reviver Seeds. Okay, so we have 6 Reviver Seeds in case something goes wrong. I have 1 Violent Seed, 1 Stun Seed. I want to take 2 Excise Seed. Oh, I only have 1 left. I'm going to take another... Oh, my storage is full. Do I care about the Quick Seed? I'll take the Quick Seed just in case. I'm gonna store this apple. We don't really need to worry about food going bad. What I need to take is some orange berries. I didn't realize we were low. Okay, I'm gonna take 1 orange berry and 1... What did I just say I was gonna take? I literally forgot. I blanked out. 1 orb. 1 orb. We will take a Petrify orb. Petrifies all enemies. Petrifies all enemies in the room. I need to keep that in mind. I think we're good. I might be struggling for power points a little bit, but it's okay. We also have really low on orange berries. Yeah. So, there are monster houses in this game, and I'm fully prepared to run into a monster house on the way up there. There's no way. You've never gotten this far in, I know my friend is also, I think he's trying to finish the story before me tonight, but he is playing this game. I need room for 1 more orange berry. I don't feel comfortable not having 1, but I don't know what to store. The heal seed is pretty much mandatory that we have at least 1 in case something goes wrong. I have 1 violent seed in case for the very, very end. I don't think I care about the X-ray specs anymore. I kind of do. I will store... Some of these items might not be useful for us anymore. This is water type moves. I don't think we're gonna have to care about that anymore. I'm gonna risk it and not bring the fire collar with me. Because I don't think we're gonna have to worry about water type moves here on out. What did I say I was gonna bring with me? Another orange berry? I think I was gonna bring another one. Okay, I'm gonna run this setup. So we lost our water type immunity, but I'm not really worried about that. I don't think it'll be a concern. So we ran into so many types. I think we've gone through every single type in the game. Electric, fire, water, all of them, all 17. So I don't know what type they're gonna do up here. Let's go. The final dungeon, I think. Temporal Tower. Steel types. I don't think we actually ran into steel types yet. Is there a steel water type in Gen 4? I'm trying to think. I think just Empoleon, if I recall. I think that's the only one. We are ready. But yeah, I don't think I have any reason to be concerned for water type attacks. I am concerned about rock type. Oh. Okay, let me fix my partner's AI. I forgot to fix it. I just went in here, guns blazing. Yeah, no, rock type moves are still really, really bad. And I think this guy might have, what is that one move called? I'm blanking out. Explosion. He might have Explosion. Fortress. Yeah, Explosion is not very pretty in this game. There's a bunch of enemies coming up. I'm gonna use Discharge. What did I just say? I'm popping Discharge. I knew it. I knew that guy was gonna have Explosion. Detect Band. That's actually a pretty good dodge tanking accessory. No, I'm not surprised. I'm really not surprised that it has that move. Nice. We got the double prompt. Proc, I mean, not prompt. Okay, I need to be very careful around them. Oh my... You suck. I know exactly how this is gonna end, by the way. We're gonna run into a monster house. So monster houses are in set floors in this game. I'm 90% sure there's gonna be a monster house. With a bunch of fortress in it. Nice stun. Oh, and you're actually weak to fire. Okay, I'm gonna use Discharge. Nice. What items over there? No, I don't care about money anymore. That's really bad. No, I'm not messing around with Metagross. Yeah, I definitely know what the devs are trying to go for here. So I think they're, you know, if there's a monster house here, what they're going to try to do is pop agility with Metagross and have all of the fortress run straight out you with explosion. I can already tell what they're planning here. Yeah, so sometimes in these dungeons, the devs like shoving monster houses on the final floor. And I can tell really quick, like, what to do. Level 50. Luckily, I've been really prepared in case there's monster houses. But they've been getting tougher and tougher as the story's gone on. There's a Metagross up ahead. Nice. Also, there are more floors in these dungeons than there were in the previous game. So that's not fun. I'm just gonna do that. This might be a 30-floor dungeon, actually. Are you serious? Nice dodge. Nice stun. I'm gonna have to use an elixir soon. I was really hoping to not have to. Yeah, the music. I'm glad they kept this music because it's really such a good track. No, I'm not fighting you. I'm not gonna fight you. I'm not gonna mess around with this room. There's 3 of them. I'm surprised that Spike still exists as a relevant thing because most traps got removed from this game. That could be really problematic if we critted. I'm surprised there's no Bronzong in here. I would expect to see that guy. This is definitely gonna be 20, one floor, set of floors, and then like 10 on the other. And we hit level 50. Yeah, I'm not really concerned about levels anymore, so I'm just gonna head straight to the stairs. Yeah, having a move that hits the entire room is absolutely imperative at this point. What TM is this? False swipe. Why would I care about false swipe? I don't know why they keep trying to give that. Metagross. Okay, this should be the final floor before the checkpoint, I hope. Nice one-shot. Heal Seed, no. That's really bad. I'm gonna use Discharge. Literally, like, basically my strat here. Oh, there's more than 20 floors, man. My strat is here one shot or get one shot. That is literally my strat. Because if these guys even get a chance to get some of their attacks off, I'm gonna be in a world of pain. Oh my god, we have everyone chasing us, man. We have to deal with that guy first. Oh, nice stun. Nice. Okay. The stairs are up there. Oh no! I think I'm gonna have to use an elixir up ahead. Oh, there's one up right here. Perfect. I'm gonna use that on myself. There, now we can actually fight again. Reviver Seed? Heal Seed. The checkpoint, right? There is no time to waste, Verity. This is it, you guys. Unless if we have another dungeon on top of this one, but I really don't feel like there actually will be. There's gonna be, I think, extra boss fights, but not more dungeons. Meanwhile, because of this, Darkrai is almost certainly attempting to cause the destruction of Temporal Tower. Celebi, once I began to realize exactly what was happening in the past, I knew that it would be delaying my return to you. I passed you now? Oh, reality. Yeah, I've been so locked in. I don't know what's left. I don't know how much I have left, but I feel like we're right there. I knew it would be delaying my return to you, but I realized that my work was not quite done yet. And Celebi, it still isn't. I must continue to fight to prove my existence and save our future. Grovyle, what are you talking about? Proving your existence, saving our future? You already did that. We're in our future right now. Search around, Grovyle. Does it look like the paralyzed planet has been paralyzed to you? Yeah, but how are we traveling back to a different branch? Grovyle, don't you remember the reason why you needed to return to the past in order to save the world? Without any intervention from us Pokemon of the future, Temporal Tower was always doomed to be destroyed. If left uninterrupted, the Pokemon of the past would never have been able to stop the tower's collapse. Which is why you needed to collect the time gears. Well, what happening this time seems to be different. Now that we're in another timeline, as you described, the planet is no longer destined to be paralyzed. Even if we make no changes to ensure the safety of Temporal Tower, we know that it'll never collapse. Am I getting through to you yet? Girl, I hate the way the time loop works. That's it, Celebi. What if my decision to return to the past has actually altered the course of this world? Are they saying that Grovyle is the true anomaly? What if my intervention allowed Darkrai the opportunity to paralyze the planet? If that's true, we don't have much time to waste. Do you remember the reason why after reappearing in this world you wanted to return to the past? To go see MC! You told me you needed closure. You needed some finality to your journey to save Temporal Tower. But I don't think that's what you want at all. You just said as soon as you returned to the past, you traveled to the tree-shrouded forest and spoke to itself. But at that point, you had no reason to. The world was already saved. And most importantly, this has nothing to do with finding Verity. The only reason why you would do that is if you really wanted to start another lengthy journey to save the world. But, again, Grovyle, this world has already been saved. And I think that part of you knew that. So why? There's so much I don't understand about why he did what he did, yeah. Sometimes I just don't understand you. Grovyle, we struggled so long in order to prevent Temporal Tower's collapse. And as soon as we finally succeeded, as soon as we were able to enjoy the sunrise and full vibrance of the world, you wanted to do that all again? When there was no need to? You need to, if you wanted to retrace your steps from your first visit to Tree Shroud Forest all the way to the Rainbow Stone Ship. Again? That's... See? Grovyle, the past will be fine without you. We've done our part to protect the world. It's now up to Verity and Vulpix to do their part. Even if you never return to the past, that would still be the case. It is okay for you to move on from your time. Oh, are they trying to tell me to move on? Is this getting meta? Are they trying to tell me it's okay to move on? And start to live in a new way? I feel like that's really meta. what you just said there. That was so much to unpack there. Temporal Spire. I hate this. You want to know why I hate this? Because immediately, as soon as we spawned in, there's a Probopass and a Metagross. Some of the strongest Pokemon of Gen 4. Literally. Oh look, another one. Look, I know I'm burning through a lot of PowerPoints right now, but it's fine. I'm just trying to make it to the top floor. Nice. Yeah. I feel so bad though, like, so these are not the MC and partner we knew from the original Explorers of Sky at all. They're completely different people. And it's up to them to figure it out. This is a completely different story from the original Explorers of Sky. I mean, not completely different. It's kind of like a sequel. Yeah. I'm gonna get to floor 5 and then we're gonna change my equipment because I know for a fact there's probably a monster house up ahead. Nice stun. Level 51. You know, I remember in the original game, this floor set was when you would start to encounter Dragonite. And Dragonite... You don't want to mess around with Dragonite, not Dragonite, Salamence. Salamence, I think you would see high up here. That guy really hurt. No, no, no! No! I can still save this. Okay, and we have another max elixir here for me to use on myself. Are the stairs up here? Okay, I'm gonna change my equipment now. I'm gonna give the scope lens to MC. Because one of these floors is gonna be the final one. Shoot. Okay, we're gonna have to go through the entire floor to get to that exit. No, I'm not going to mess around with Fortress, because that self-destruct explosion attack it does really hurts. Yeah, the devs did a good job of spawning apples. Makes me feel kind of bad that I shouldn't have brought... Oh! Should have brought any. Oh, we're at the end. Temporal Pinnacle. This is it. I think we reached the top. Let's do this. Verity. I'm glad you finally arrived. I'd like them to spawn something else. Reviver seeds? Because, yeah, I would love for them to spawn Reviver seeds. No, I must say, I didn't expect Vulpix to come here with you. And where's that Grovyle that we met? You know what this reminds me of? This gloomy sound effect in the background reminds me of, Shadows of Almia, when you reach the top of the tower in that game, because it feels like a really similar sound effect. He's not here. I don't know what you have planned for us, Darkrai, but we won't let you destroy this tower. I'm about to seeds. I'm out of seeds and these bastards got him. Yeah. See, that's why I literally followed the philosophy of it's either you get one shot in the dungeon or you have to do the one-shotting. Or you have to status ailment the ever-loving life out of these enemies because they all, from here on out, are insane. It's either cheese or get cheesed out in this world. Is that what you think that this is about? Huh? Considering that I've been waiting atop Temporal Tower for some time now and have yet to encounter Dialga, I can only assume that he must have paid you a visit, one in which you assumed the upper hand. If that is the case, then you know as well as I that both of us continuing to exist in this world is a threat to this tower, and by effect, time itself. The tower has already clearly deteriorated and is currently surrounded by ominous clouds, but all is not lost. Just observe that structure behind me. The time gears are still secured in place. As long as we are able to solve the task at hand, those time gears should be able to preserve the tower's structural integrity. So is he really going to say it's either us or him? Why do you care about that? Why I care about it for the same reason that you two do. Temporal Tower's collapse would be disastrous. You see, Verity, this is the moment that we have been working towards, and this collapse would serve to undo all our hard work. What? After Cresselia began to chase me to all will's end, it became clear to me that this world was one of Cresselia's desires. What? But that's not the natural ebb and flow of the world. That's just her asserting her control. Once I finally realized this fact, I concluded that my only logical counter to this was to reclaim control and create my own world. For a long time I thought about possible ways to achieve this goal. But most forms of physically creating a new world have a distortion of space or time, which means interfering in the domains of Palkia and Dialga, which normally isn't advised. Then it occurred to me, I had the capacity to create a new world through engulfing the existing world in sleep. My domain of control. The main factor preventing this, of course, was Cresselia. Not long after, Verity, I sensed your spirit in Treasure Town, and it occurred to me that this is no coincidence. As illustrated in your final memory, you retreated into a dimensional hole without knowledge of your destination, because you were aware that you would appear in a time in which another Darkrai exists, leading to this plan's execution. Huh? He really thought that far ahead? Your existence was instrumental in leading Cresselia to her untimely fate. They keep talking about it as if they're in, like, the void. No, you know what, in purgatory. As well as ensuring Dialga's absence at this point. Now that you have reached the top of the towers finally for the final part of our plan, with Cresselia gone, I have been able to gradually increase my dream influence over the world, while remaining mostly undetected. But the final indicator of this plan remains is the destruction of Temporal Tower. An event calamitous enough that my name is sure on the short list of suspects for such an act. Verity, you must complete your journey, preventing this collapse, by returning to your original time. What? He's gonna try to send us back? Temporal Tower's connection to time allows me to create a passage of time here, allowing controlled transfer between timelines. Verity, this is why you need to meet me atop Temporal Tower to return to a world that lacks the spirit of Darkrai, and prevent the destruction of time in the process. This is ridiculous. So he's trying to cause a calamity to put this whole world into sleep, and then get rid of the thing that would fully slam the world in calamity. I'm not doing that. Going to that dimensional hole won't save the world. It would just let you end the world in a different way. Why don't you go through that hole and leave us alone? Yeah, why don't we shove him back there? It is unfortunate. You understand so little. You lack perspective, reason, and still haven't accepted who you truly are. But I knew you would respond this way. After all, I know your true self better than anyone else. You're wrong. You don't know who I am. I don't give in to my primal instincts anymore. That's just a part of who I am. Really? You don't follow your aura any longer, is it? As much as you may think that things have changed after our encounter inside the dream world, you still find yourself atop Temporal Tower. Verity, you have followed every last step that I calculated for you. With Cresselia out of the picture, my next objective was to ensure that you became the ideal version of yourself. Speeding up your inevitable process of gaining ire for this world that rejects your true self. And in the process, gaining a greater connection with your aura. You haven't lost sight of that connection, Verity. Not at all. Your refined aggression and lust for control has only been redirected towards me. I'm just a morally compatible target for you to same comfortable behavior. He's just gaslighting us. But Verity, there's no reason to be afraid of this revelation. When you have traveled through the dimensional hole, this deep connection between your spirit and aura is exactly what you wanted me to refine. I'm sure of it, after all. No matter your appearance, stated in name or memories, that connection is what truly makes you Darkrai. Unfortunately, in order to gain your cooperation, it seems I will need to convert you into one of my sleepwalkers, at which point you will enter this dimensional hole, and with your enhanced aura guiding your decision-making, you will become a greater Darkrai than ever before. A sleepwalker? What, do you think you can just control Verity's mind? Don't you get it? We're not listening to anything that you say, Darkrai. He just has to use hypnosis. Vulpix. Any sleeping Pokemon can be coerced into action. Though their body may still be awake, their mind remains asleep. Oh my gosh. Hi, Jer. We're in a really epic final cutscene, so I'm going to be a bit to reply there. What? Giratina was under your control this whole time? That means Breloom being taken from us was all you're doing. That explains it. Giratina was ordered to distract me once the pattern of Brine Cave was activated. I assumed this would lead us to the nosy Vulpix, but it seems that I failed to account for a Breloom. That's too bad for you. How did you know that we would make it through Brine Cave? Lapras told us that the mystery of Brine Cave has been kept almost completely secret over the years. In fact, there are a lot of things that he should know at all. Is it really all looking through everyone's dreams? You guys. Also, Jer, I want you to know I checked DMs actually, and my good friend Allison Florless already pinged me on our lovely No Longer Bird app, and I do have that downloaded and I have plans to integrate that into the channel tomorrow. Stay tuned. Also the Discord. But yeah, keep watch for that. Oh my gosh, you guys. Unfortunately, even in the dream world, I can't consciously exist in all places at once, which is why I needed to rely on the services of some others. I could have sworn that something just touched me. What? So y'all were working with him! Our Invisify orb has worn off. We don't need that anymore. We're here now and it's our time. Weavile, you really have been working with Darkrai, but why? How could you? It isn't always about you, town dwellers. In my search for adequate support, I requested the help of Team AWD. Not only due to their skill, but their beliefs as well. As you already know, Team AWD have been rejected from this world by the powers be, much like how I was rejected. In exchange for Weavile's valuable fieldwork providing me all the information that I so desire, I have offered Team AWD the privilege of helping me run this new world. Really? You're crazy. Do you really believe that Darkrai would do that for you? You aren't fighting for the same thing. You truly care about others. Darkrai's just an egomaniac. I doubt that they'd even hold up their end of the deal. What are you doing? You better watch your mouth around Lady Weavile. You could never understand how rotten to the core that this world is. The fact is, risky or not, Darkrai's the only chance that we have to tear this whole thing down and start again. That's the only way that the Pokemon like us will find some justice. That's right, Drapion. They've been gaslit really bad. It seems you all need to work on out your differences. In that case, I'll leave you to it. What? But don't worry, Verity. If you choose to fight, as you always do, rather than surrender in grace, I will still be here to pick up the pieces. He's just gonna let his minions fight it out. Oh my gosh! We need to stop Darkrai and figure out how to save the tower, but fighting not only Giratina but Team AWD too at the same time, how are we ever gonna win? I don't know, but Arbok just talked about using an Invisify orb at this very spot. Maybe that means that we can use orbs as well. Yeah. Alright, let's go. Verity. This music. Okay, so this is a boss fight, but you have the advantage of using orbs. I'm gonna immediately petrify everybody right here. And We need to immediately take care of Team AWD. Giratina probably has a ton of HP. I need Team AWD gone. Petrify enemies in the room. Yes, use. Perfect. I'm gonna move this way and then this way. I want to get rid of Weavile immediately, but I need Vulpix to not be there. I'm gonna... You wait there, and then I'm gonna move this way. You go after foes, and... Flamethrower? What do I want to open off with? We have... How many Violent Seeds? Wait, we only have one Violent Seed. I'm gonna use a Quick Seed on myself. Not yet. Not yet. I'll use it in a moment. Wait, let's take care of Weavile immediately. Nice. Yeah, let's take care of Weavile like now. Nice! Okay, so Weavile is down. Let's go for Arbok next. I really love this music, by the way. Oh, my Intimidator skill activated. I'm gonna switch it to Feint Attack. Yeah, the music is really good. Yeah, Arbok is not threatening, so I don't mind going for him next. Let's go after Drapion next with the Thunderfang. And he's stunned, so we can deal with him. Oh, he's a dark type. Okay, I'm just gonna keep hitting him with Quick Attack. Wow, Drapion was kind of a joke. Okay, next I'm gonna hit myself with a... I think we can just go all out on Giratina. I'm just gonna go immediately and hit him with a Crunch. Oh, I need to stun him. Ow! Wait, I'm immune to ground type damage, but she isn't. Let's stun Giratina immediately. Oh! Now you're gonna have less HP than Dialga. Literally, we took Giratina out in like 2 hits. Why? Why did they stop fighting? That's enough, Giratina. Weavile, I can't help but notice that you ordered your team to stand back after such a short time. I've seen you in battle and clearly you're holding back during this encounter. Because she cares about us. So we're on the same page then. There's no reason to truly attempt to deal with these two until their orbs are taken away. Are you ready for a change of scenery? I'll pass. Weavile's like nooses. Are you questioning our plan? We're not fighting those two anymore, and we're done working for you. This music, what? Lady Weavile, what are you saying? Listen to the rest of your team, Weavile. Do you really find it wise to turn your back on a soon-to-be leader of the world? Yep. And she would do that. She's, you know, I really, truly have liked her. I was a bit concerned, but I don't know. She really, like, even in Team Charm, I did like her at the end, but I think they did her characterization so well here. I just... Dang. Sorry, Darkrai, you shouldn't have trusted a thief to do your dirty work. Oh, she used an escape orb. Deuces! An escape orb. You really think you're clever, don't you? But it's no matter. You two are still coming with me. Giratina, now. Oh, no! We're here. There will be no more surprises, Verity. You have no escape and we're inside Giratina's domain. This is... another phase. This is the... distortion world. Whether you accept it or not, your true purpose will finally be fulfilled. The final... this is truly, truly the end. I am immediately going to use a Quick Seed on myself. And I'm gonna stun this guy because we literally can only handle one at a time. So I'm gonna use a stun seed on you. Nice. Ow. Okay, we need to stun Giratina immediately. I'm gonna pop a Violent Seed on MC and absolutely demolish this guy. In case people don't know, the Violent Seed buffs your attack stat all the way to the maximum buff level. So we are about to hit this guy. We might break 500 damage with this. Oh, no, okay, no, we did not, but it's okay. That did 300 damage, but I'll take it. That was a critical hit too, by the way. Come on. Okay, there goes Giratina. I think our haste is still running. I'm gonna use Imprison on Darkrai. And is there anything else I can do to him while we're here? The Xi Seed. He's paralyzed. Nice. Oh my gosh, he is so stunned. Yeah, this looks like it's the final boss. I don't know who we would fight after this, but I just used up a lot of my items on him. Yeah, he's so stunned that he literally can't do anything. This is so funny. We did it. We beat the final boss, I think, of the entire story. Did we do it? Darkrai is down. Did we do it? Huh? What? Oh! We woke him up! So, the reason why Giratina is fighting with him in the first place is that he's brainwashed. I think we woke him up from the brainwash. And he wants his end of the deal. He wants that soul. I warned you, Darkrai the Deplorable. I always receive my end of the deal, one way or another. But I no longer wish to bring a spirit like yours into the distortion world. It must enter another world and never come back. Hopefully the loop doesn't happen again. Hopefully. There should be no reason for it to, right? Right? So what timeline did he send his spirit to? Because whichever timeline he sent him off to, his spirit is still gonna have the memories, it looks like. I must thank you two for weakening Darkrai enough for me to escape their grasp. I overheard all that was said. Darkrai's spirit now exists in its correct time. What? So, did we switch places with that Darkrai? I wonder where that Darkrai ended up then. Because if he ended up back on the original timeline, it'll be fine, right? I'm sure MC will be able to take care of it. I don't know. Temporal Tower should return to its formal state soon. Darkrai is now nothing but an empty body. Without a spirit, they no longer have the ability to act upon the world. And those guys are saved. You're free from your prison inside the distortion world. I no longer want you there. I no longer want you there. That's such a funny line. Also, do not worry. I have removed Darkrai's spirit from this world. Goodbye. I guess he had to mention that. So he's just an empty shell? You two have met this Breloom, correct? Why is he passed out? Yes, we know him. Breloom injured himself as he entered the distortion world. I forced him to rest in order to heal more quickly. He explained your story to me. Darkrai's trap has become apparent as soon as Giratina appeared. But I was not aware of the rest of your role in his scheme. The true depths that Darkrai will sink will never fail to amaze me. But now Darkrai is just an empty, powerless husk. Without a spirit, they will be perpetually trapped inside what remains of their mind. and existing atop this tower. No Pokemon that could make it here would ever claim this body with their own spirit. Perhaps it could happen if Darkrai was deserving of any sympathy, or even if any sane Pokemon were to tempt fate and risk Darkrai regaining control. But instead, here we stand. It seems Darkrai's endless antics and antagonism have finally come crashing down around them. A fitting end. I no longer have any need for this. I believe that you should hold on to it. An odd keystone. That's right. Why do you want it? If you recognize the odd keystone, you must know that the time to use it will eventually become clear. Don't lose sight of it. Breloom will eventually need further assistance with his injury. I shall return him to your town. Farewell. So, did we win? But now what happens? Temporal Tower is going to return normal. Looks like Breloom will be okay, and Darkrai can't bother us anymore. I can't believe it. Well then, let's start heading back to Lapras. I still don't like that. From what I understand, that cutscene is implying is that we swapped places. We swapped timelines, basically, with that other Darkrai. So I really wonder what happens to him now. I can only think. Did I forget something? We can't leave them here. What? They're just an empty husk. If I understand Giratina and Cresselia right, Darkrai has no consciousness right now. But if someone surrendered their spirit, they could become the new consciousness for Darkrai's body, and to share minds with what's left of Darkrai. Cresselia thinks that nobody would ever do this, but I have a hard time believing that. Temporal Tower clearly isn't as hard to reach as we were led to believe. Cresselia, Darkrai, and Giratina all had no problems crossing the Sea of Time. And even for a Pokemon like us that would eventually need the Relic Fragment, they could find a way to stay with someone that can get in. That's what Team AWD did. Between all the Pokemon in the world, in the past, present, future, and any other timelines, do we really think that no Pokemon ever try to take control of Darkrai's power? Dang. We can't let that happen. Well, then where are you going to keep him? I mean, you're probably right, but can we even do that? I'll be the one to surrender my spirit. What? What? What did you just say? Verity, have you lost your mind? As long as part of Darkrai's mind exists, they're going to try to regain full control of themselves. I'm confident that almost any Pokemon that tries to take over will eventually lose to Darkrai's mind games, but not me. I know Darkrai too well to give in to that now. But, Verity, I just don't understand. After all that time you've been saying you don't want to be like Darkrai, you're really going to turn into him? It makes no sense. It's not who you are. I thought you knew that. But, Vulpix, that's exactly it. I am Darkrai, that much is true. And I don't want to be like that Darkrai over there. But, I'm not. I'm my own Darkrai. One of those who want to blindly follow their aura. Even with the same spirit, we became different Pokemon. Darkrai thought that the best version of myself could only be achieved by following the same path. But there's some experiences that only I had. That's why I have different ideas of what the best version is. And now I know how I can get through to them. Verity, you can't. You can't just go away. You might not be the same Pokemon after you do this. I don't want to. Verity, I can't imagine a world without you. If not for you, I don't think I would ever learn to stand up for myself. Vulpix, you're thinking of this the wrong way. You're the one that was there for me when I needed you most. Even when you had all the reason in the world not to. You'll be fine. I'm sure there's no way that I would have made it this far without you. Oh, this is such a sad twist, man. This is really what you want, Verity. I trust you. So he's really gonna do this? I'm not sure how to do this. Do I just... He's disappearing. Is this it? Ugh. His expression there was so funny to look at. What? He took the time gate. What? What? But why? Huh? Why are you here? I became your new sphere before anybody else could. I'm giving you a chance at a new life. Is that what you call it? I know that you have no intention of surrendering yourself to my will. For someone who is attempting to tout your moral superiority over me, you have desire control of this body as much as I. And yet you fully believe that you have decided to change yourself. Fool! You need to understand that free will does not exist. Your deviation from your destined path is not a result of your choices. It's only because of your Shinx half. Every decision that you may think was independently made is only a result of the influence of others in your decision making. All sense of logic and purpose in your mind has been poisoned. You have succumbed to the will of the Verity from your past, the one of your former memories. Who cares? You made a very brash decision in an attempt to control me, Verity. But now it's over for you. Are you serious? There's still another phase, you guys. We're surrounded without a companion, without nothing. I don't even think I have anything. I have Reviver Seeds and a prayer. I'm going in with Discharge. We one-shot them. Nice. What? There's still someone waiting for us. Oh. That was quite a final battle, man. So now what? What? Did we go back? No, I don't have a space globe. I had the scope lens equipped. And I also used ginsengs that the game gave me on Discharge. So I had a move that hits the entire room. Save me there. And also Darkrai had really, really low HP. I think they really wanted you to win that battle. Like, they gave him really low stats. I don't think he would have been able to get rid of you in one turn like that. It's really hard for me to grasp, but Verity really was gone. Yeah, blue items? Oh, yeah. The Space Globe is not a blue item, though. It's an item you have to equip. You have to equip that. It's a pink item. I do have some other blue items in my inventory, though, but not the Space Globe. The Space Globe was equipped on my partner here, who is currently mourning. When I saw Darkrai go through that portal, it's hard to tell exactly who that was. Was that Darkrai retreating to start another plan? Or was that Verity, knowing that they can't just return to town? I'm not sure I'll ever know, but I do know that now that at least a part of Verity is in there somewhere. Verity has always tried to figure out why they're in this world ever since we first met. And I guess this is what they decided. If anyone can keep Darkrai from doing something like this again, it's Verity. Man. You guys. You know, I noticed our partner didn't cry. You know, in the original timeline, our partner's sobbing mess when they saw their partner disappear. Once I accepted that, I knew that I needed to make it back to the Rainbow Stone ship, then Lapras, then back home, one step at a time. Hi. We're back home. This is the way it went in the original. Man, I can't believe we're on the ending sequence. When I got back to the guild, I was surprised by a warm welcome everyone gave me. I knew it made sense since Verity and I were gone for so long, and especially since we succeeded, but I guess that I forgot about the guild rooting for us near the end there. We spent so much time in secrecy trying to avoid the guild altogether, and unders how Chowdow treated us at first. For a while, I just didn't think I was one of them. That's something that Verity and I had in common. That feeling's gone away over time. There's a lot of great Pokemon in the guild that I never really got to know back then. They reminded me why I wanted to join the guild in the first place. That was a while ago at this point, but I still remember it vividly. A diary. You know, Sunflora gave me this diary and told me that to start writing in it, but for a while I didn't know what kind of things I would ever want to write about. Right now, I'm next to an empty bed that used to belong to Verity. Usually, thinking about that for too long makes me just start to feel a bit lonely, but I think this has helped clear my thoughts a bit. Vulpix. I'm that kind of way too. But now what? The next morning. What are you doing? Oh, hi, Vulpix. Meryl, Azurill, I almost walked right past you two. What are you up to this morning? Today's our big day. Azurill wanted us to try to enter Wigglytuff's guild for a long time now, and we're going to do it. That's exciting. Good luck. I don't know, Azurill's kind of a baby. I might have some spare time this morning before I start this job. I'll head to the beach for a bit. Aw. Is the exploration team training really that hard? Did Chata change his ways? There are certainly times when our training can become difficult. However, we have a new policy established for incoming apprentices. Oh, he changed! As long as you train with us and put in the work that we ask of you, you will not be set up to fail. That much I can personally promise. Dang. And what about Weavile? What is she thinking about after all this? I feel bad for Team AWD because I did like them in this story, but they had a buildup of a whole coalition of people on the other side of the continent that didn't get help. So, what about them? I get it, you two. But this Team AWD isn't the same as we found each other. The rest of the world is on the other side. She's leaving Team AWD? But those were her trusted friends. Dang. She's coming to Treasure Town, I guess. And just like that, we must say goodbye to all the lovely Pokemon at Spinda's Cafe. Let's find that new recruit, Mawile. Breloom. There they go, moving on to bigger and better things. Good for them. I pondered tagging along with them, Spinda, but we had different thoughts. I'm not fixing to go to a whole nother continent like they... Oh! So if I'm right... I do remember Ampharos from, I think it's Super Mystery Dungeon? One of the other Mystery Dungeons, there's another Ampharos and I think a Mawile. Is that what this is teasing? That's okay too. We still need to keep the survey team up and running. But to make that happen, we'll need to find some new Pokemon to go on explorations. For one, how about someone who should have tried to join the survey team a long time ago? Whoa, are you for real? Ain't no secret that you've got the skill to do it, Breloom. I sure won't say no. Yeah, I don't remember Super Mystery Dungeon or the other games that well. I only remember Red and Blue Rescue Team okay-ish. The story I remember well is this game. This game's story I remember so well, but we've completely gone in a different direction from the first game. Standing on the beach when the bubbles are blowing, there's nothing quite like it. Let me take a look at that thing again. You have an odd keystone. Yeah, that sure looks like the stone that Spiritomb came out of. And Spiritomb is supposed to be a fusion of spirits. I can only assume that this odd keystone has to be what causes that. Is that why Cresselia was carrying this around? To try to trap Darkrai inside this stone? And is that why she gave it to me too? I'm always the one that's carrying these things around, huh? But to be honest, I don't think that I need it. For what? She chucked it in the ocean? I mean, if Verity is anything to go off of, no spirit is beyond change. That is the silliest sound effect ever. So now what? Is that how it ends? I mean, I think there's post-credit scenes, but really? We hit credits, you guys. That's such an anticlimactic, melancholy, bittersweet. I don't even know what the word I'm thinking of. Way to end it. I don't know how to feel. I just feel really, man. This was a fantastic revisit to the Explorers games, the story. I noticed some characters were straight up cut out of the story. I noticed some characters brought into the front line with some relevance. I'm kind of feel bad for the way... I don't know how to feel about the way the devs handled it. Team Charm, Team AWD... Oh, reality, your team's gonna be hot garbage in those final fights. Yeah, having a room-wide hitting move, I always try to make it a philosophy to have because you never know what's gonna hit you in the endgame of these mystery dungeon games. And also, I use status ailment to cheese so many of the bosses in this game because I knew that... Okay, let me start with my first feedback before I get into that. I don't know how to feel about the way they kind of just brought in the special episode NPCs. I don't know where Jirachi is, by the way. I don't know where Jirachi and the Haunter brothers went, but that's a different conversation. Team Charm, Team AWD, Armaldo, and... Shaman. All those guys got brought from the from side content in the original timeline to this to try to have moments, but I have very mixed feelings about all of them, man. About it, they all had everyone had such a bittersweet ending. It wasn't really a very satisfying ending to everybody. Shaman just kicked us out of the village. There were so many other plot points that felt like were being built up with these other characters being brought in, and then it turned out to be just a red herring. Be like, oh no, nothing. We're just not going to do that. We're just not going to do anything with that. And yeah, that part I didn't really like about the story here. There were some other points I can't remember right now that I talked about as we went through the story too, that I think the story's good, but it does deserve some criticism in some places. And then next, I feel like the devs in the patch notes said that they adjusted the level curve and your own leveling accordingly. I feel like they did not, because you started, like, once you passed level 30, your stat growth started to go... Your stat growth started to be garbage, hot booty butt cheeks. You were getting like maybe like 3 +1 to your stats per level up when you were starting off with +2. So that's another thing, and that really, really hurts when you hit endgame. Because yeah, that's another thing I don't like about the endgame of Explorers, is that it's basically you get one shot or absolutely mowed down, or you have to CC stun and cheese the ever-loving life out of everything around you, and that still seems to be the case here. And I guess Grovyle and Celebi get to live on in their time they're meant to stay in. It's just a shame that Grovyle never got to be reunited with MC. That's such a shame. Because, like, I would have loved to see that moment for them to say hi again. I wonder if he'll actually get the chance to next time. Your progress will now be saved. I assume he's gonna try again. You will be placed prior to the event atop Temporal Tower. Yeah, it's because Temporal Tower, those Pokemon up there have very purposeful movesets. They easily could have put a monster house on top of there. I was expecting to run into a monster house with Metagross popping agility and what's the other guy? Fortress popping explosion. I was expecting to just be a huge monster house full of explosions near the top floor. Just to give you one more middle finger before the top final boss. I don't like the way they did monster houses in this game either. It felt like they were just there to be like either a troll move, like with those Remoraid, or to fill in for a boss that they could have just put in that dungeon instead. I do kind of like that traps are gone because they were really annoying, and random monster houses are gone. Oh yeah, also everything hits ridiculously hard in Temporal Tower. Like, it literally is, you have to stun everything, you have to take advantage of silver spikes, you have to use all sorts of strats to like make sure they don't hit you first and that you can get a good chunk of damage amount out on them before they get rid of you. You know, I didn't use a single Reviver Seed this entire stream. And I made sure to have some prepared. So I don't think the starter is a post game to this, which is really sad. So I'm gonna reload this. One moment, guys. I'm gonna reload this because I want everyone to see. I finally understand what the point of this one art is here. There, I asked, the very first question I asked when playing this game was, why is Darkrai here with Breloom? It's supposed to represent that cutscene on top of Sharpedo Bluff where you talk to him. You don't really get it until you get there. That is supposed to represent Darkrai and Breloom having one final talk. Dang. Yeah, and I'm really sad because I feel like we didn't really get closure for a lot of people. It feels like the end of, how do I describe it? The end of a Drakengard game. Because the end of a Drakengard, specifically Drakengard 3, you saved the world, I guess, but it's not really a happy ending like this either. Nobody gets proper closure at all. And I think Tales of Berseria is kind of similar to, I don't know, Tales of Berseria actually gave a really good job of giving most of the cast closure. But yeah, this, you don't really get closure for anybody except for your partner and I guess MC, but I wanted MC to meet their partner again. And but you know, because of reasons, there is no post game here. Oh, we get the Sky Jukebox for this. This is probably the same as the original game. But yeah, I guess the whole point of this game is you're not supposed to mess with your, you're not supposed to mess with your, what do you call it? Mess with the plot. But yeah, here's the full boss list. Drowsy, Team Skull, Cresselia, Manectric, Team Skull again. Team Frontier, the encounter, the boss fight with Armaldo, the boss fight with Grovyle, the boss fight with Dust Noir, and a Spiritomb and a Sableye. Celebi is there. You didn't really fight her. She was just there because you met her. The boss fight with Shaman, which, by the way, the boss fight with Shaman is terrible. Like, that was probably one of the biggest middle finger boss fights in this game. If you didn't have stuns and it's ready for that for Shaman specifically, you would have had your butt handed to you, because that boss fight, the fact that they can use 4 attacks in a row was really painful. The Team Charm fight was also really random. I feel like there wasn't really much of a point there. The boss fight with Team Charm, it was just there to, I feel like it was there for fan service. And there was also Team AWD and Dialga and Darkrai, which all of that was really good. So yeah, this will put me back in Temporal Tower. I could go back and do the extra dungeons, but I don't really care. I don't really think it'll add much to the story. I don't really have faith in that. I think this is it. I don't think there's much more. I think this is literally how the story ends, and you just kind of have to accept it that way. I did do a bunch of cheesing in preparation for the end here, and yeah, I have no regrets about that because that endgame is really, really difficult, especially once you get to Temporal Tower. And supposedly those extra dungeons are even harder than Temporal Tower, and I'm not really, like, I can do challenge runs, but I already did my time in Explorers of Sky with doing challenge dungeons and stuff like that. I didn't do Zero Isle or anything like that, but I don't want to. I just wanted to see what the story this game had to offer, and I'm very happy, well, sort of happy with it. I feel really bittersweet that this isn't a happy ending. This is just this is it type of deal. I think it's a very, very good story, but that ending just leaves me so melancholy. Yeah. I would like to thank my friend Peruser of Reality for recommending me this game and bringing me back to my roots as an explorer's mystery dungeon fanatic. I'm pretty hardcore when it comes to this game. I know I had a lot of crutches to help me, but guys, I know what I'm doing. I hope you could tell with the way I would play those boss fights, I did know what I was doing. I just had a lot to help me along the way, but I like to think I'm pretty good at this type of gameplay. Anyway, this is where I'll cut the recording. I might go back to my original document and edit my theories and say what actually happened and update that document, and we can talk about that then. I'll talk about all that in the document. I don't want to talk about it now. I'm tired. You can, in the YouTube video, you'll be able to find the link to the Excel sheet with all my thoughts and everything fully typed out and fully thought out, and when I have time to think, in the description. Anyway, I will end the YouTube uploads there. See you in another time, another place, YouTube friends.